Hello, fifth graders, and happy Friday. This is entry test day 128. Problem number 1. Enter a number equal to the value of the expression. If I look at all of my sets of parentheses there, I notice that they are actually all in order from greatest to least. So let's start with the greatest place value. I have 8 10,000s. I have 5 thousands. I have 600s. There are no 10s, but there are 32 ones. Well, 32 ones would give me 3 10s. Why did it do that? 3 10s and 2 1s. Then I have my decimal place values. 7 tenths, 9 hundredths, and 2 thousandths. So, there you have it. 85,632 and 792 thousandths. Problem number 2. Which fraction model best represents 2 copies of 1/3? And remember, we're looking for the one that best represents this. Well, we know it can't be A because that's 3 copies. It can't be D because that's 3 copies. And B and C have 2 copies of something, but C is 2 copies of 1/4, and we just want to confirm that B is 2 copies of 1/3, which it is, so B would be our correct choice. Problem number 2. Enter a positive value for B that makes this statement true. This year, just as a side note, it keeps mentioning positive value. Next year in 6th grade, you're really going to start expanding your understanding of numbers and working with negative values as well. So it's kind of cool. But on this problem, we're entering a positive value for B that makes the statement true. So 10 times what number is less than 30 but greater than 20? Well, I know that 10 times 3 is 30. 10 times 2 is 20. You guys know that too. So what we're looking for is we're looking for a number that is between 30 and, or an answer that's between 20 and 30. So it would be 10 times 2 and something. It has to be more than 2, but less than 3. I'm just going to put 2.1. And there you have it. Okay, problem number 3. Use the graph to answer the question. A student plots the following points: a square at 2, 1, a triangle at 6, 5, a circle at 0, 1, and a heart at 4, 2. Which shape was not plotted correctly? So let's take a look at our shapes. Is the square at 2 over and 1 up? Yes, it is. Is the triangle plotted at 6 over and 5 up? Well, here's the triangle. And we see it's 5 over and 6 up. So that one is not plotted correctly. Let's just double check the circle. Is it at 0 over and 1 up? Yep. And is the heart at 4 over and 2 up? Yep, it is too. So I'm going to cross those out just because it tells us to find the one that was not plotted correctly. Okay, and number 4, enter the exact value of 10 times the sum of 4.5 and 5 73 hundredths divided by 3. So the first thing I'm going to do is what's in parentheses, right? You guys all know that. Parentheses indicate priority. So what is, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit here, give me a little more space. So what is 4 and 5/10 plus, whoa, get out of here, okay, plus 5 and 73/100. Remember, we have to line up our place values when we add and subtract. With our decimal place values, we can add zeros without, if they're on the end of the number, without changing the value. So we have 3/100, 12/10, which is 1 and 2/10. And so we have 10 and 23/100. So now, this is what I have in my expression. Okay. And after I simplify what's in parentheses, we have to remember our order of operations, or PEMDAS. Parentheses, exponents, multiplication and division from left to right, and addition and subtraction from left to right. So right now, I just have multiplication and division left in this problem. So I'm just going to start at the left, and I'm going to work my way across. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do 10 times 10 and 23/100. Well, if you guys remember way back to September, I just shift all the digits one place to the left if I'm multiplying. So that would be 102.3. Okay, so whoops, I'm going to put an equal sign here. Okay, now what is 102 divided by 3? 102.3 divided by 3. Remember, when I'm dividing and I have a decimal dividend, I want to put that up in my quotient. I'm just going to move that decimal point up. And 3 goes into 10 3 times. 3 goes into 12 4 times. Why did I do that? Sometimes when I'm talking and writing, I kind of mess things up a little bit. I don't know if you guys are like that too. And then bring down the 3. 3 goes into 3 one time. My goodness. And I'm left with the remainder of 0. So I have 34 and 1/10. So 34 and 1/10. Oh, I forgot to write my answer in the last problem. So I'm going to just draw a triangle. How's that? Okay. So there we have it. We have completed another week in our entry task booklet. And I just want you to think about, you guys, how many of these problems at one point throughout the school year were they difficult for you, and now when you see them, it's like you don't even have to hardly think about how to do these because you're becoming so proficient at them. So good work, and enjoy your weekend.